Hey, what's up, everybody? Bro Trio here to do our final Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 Sheikah Boogaloo Hype Train. I'm sticking with the title.
Yeah.
I still keep calling it Breath of the Wild 2. Even
I
though
do too.
I know it's Tears of the Kingdom. It's been Breath of the Wild 2 so long.
Yeah.
It's burned into my memory. But the game is finally coming out in May. It's almost May, and it's getting hard to look at any clocks or calendars because time doesn't move fast enough. But it's also moving too fast because I'm not done with the games I'm currently playing. And I won't be once Tears of the Kingdom comes out.
The Star Wars game, I'm just gonna have to plow right through.
Right.
Jedi Survivor, like that take no time. It's like, oh, not necessary. Done.
And I mean, there's an easy way I could figure this out, but I don't know how many hype trains we've actually done for this game.
Seems
But
like a lot.
It is a lot. It's spanned many years. And we are finally at the damn last one. So we obviously don't have too much to say. So we're going to keep it to about 7 concise bullet point topics. Mainly based on the the newest trailer and the gameplay demonstration.
Yeah.
Where he was just like, hey, we gave Link a big ass jar of super glue and now you can have a long stick. So
Yeah.
we're going to be talking a lot about Fuse, Ultra Hand, Ascend, that's one, right? And Recall, the abilities in this one. And then we're going to cap this video off with a neat idea, I think, where we're each going to discuss what we're most excited to do first. And that one's interesting because we really don't know what the hell is going on. So stay tuned for that if you want to have probably some really interesting takes on what we think we're going to do first. We're going to start things off with Fuse, the biggest one that was like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, everything else is cool. But, good God, Fuse plus Ultra Hand, I guess, are just insane.
Yeah, you fuse shit together. Like, you can make one weapon, 2 weapons. You can make a shield sword. You can put a mushroom on it and make a smoke screen.
I mean, I wonder what the limit is.
Yeah,
like, can you just keep putting stuff onto it?
I hope so. That'd be interesting if you can make like a quad stick or like
I'm assuming you can only
a
fuse,
hammer sword
like,
shield.
2 weapons, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Well, what if?
Or can you fuse
Now,
things?
do they share durability? Or if you make a long spear, does the spear on the end break first, and then you've got a regular spear?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm very excited to find out. But Fuse, is it really going to be endless possibilities, or does it really just kind of tread a lot of the same water as like the previous one? Example would be they fuse a Keysai ball to an arrow, and that arrow is now heat-seeking. When you shoot it, you can shoot at nothing, and then it just like zips on towards the bat or whatever.
I wonder if that... It probably wouldn't, but if an enemy can turn invisible, I wonder if that would work. But probably not.
That'd be
but
cool.
Is that just for Keysai eyeballs? Is it for Lizalfos eyeballs, Moblin eyeballs? Does that ability come up more than once? And this is really getting into the entitled territory where I'm just like, everything should do a certain specific action.
Yeah, if every eyeball does the same thing, that'd be a little weird.
It'd be a little weird, and it'd be a little disappointing, but not at the same time.
What if I put intestines on my arrow?
What happens when you put the guts on there?
Everyone just throw up? Is that what happens?
What if you could put a guardian eyeball on there, and it's just like while the arrow's flying around, it's zapping?
That would be cool. But that's the thing, is like it is one like general eyeball category mean everything does the same fused thing, or what? And is it specific to weapons? Like, do arrows do something different than melee weapons? Do swords do something different than spears when you fuse a Keysai to it? Like, what happens?
Yeah.
Like, is it the same, or is it a little bit different? Because I just want it to be just ever so slightly different, and that'll make me very happy boy.
And Daniel mentioned it earlier, but there's one thing that really stood out to me in that new trailer, and that's the puff shroom. Is stealth going to be a big factor in this game? I hope so. That'll add so much variety to combat if you can just be like, get out of here, or sneak up behind you, or...
I mean, like, you could
like
sneak up
because I know
in Breath of the Wild, but most of the time it wasn't like... Unless they were all asleep and far apart. Most of the time, honestly, they'd wake up if you hit one of them.
Sneak attack in Breath of the Wild... It's okay. It's not the greatest ever. Like, is there a more damaging thing? Like, not necessarily because it's a game, but is there like a throat slit or something that's like an insta kill for later, like cool weaker enemies or something?
Weapons have different kill animations for surprise
and
attacks.
I've seen like little exploits or whatever you want to call them, where somebody had the stealth outfit on and he beat a Lionel. Just with it, just like sneak up. Dash around, sneak attack, like that kind of stuff. But
that would be cool if you could like do a puff a cloud of smoke and just like
go hide and then
the Lionel's just like, what happened? Or if you do it in front of it, it thinks you disappeared and then you like can sneak up and ride it.
Yeah, and the smoke screen is caused by blocking with the puff shroom on the shield. So like, can you use a puff shroom like just by itself? Can you put it on the arrow and shoot a smoke screen?
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about it.
Can you fuse stuff to your outfit?
The possibilities are, like, endless.
The next thing we were wondering, is there going to be, like, a workshop where you can go do a lot of fusions at once? Or do you have to go through the menu and one at a time fuse everything? Because, I mean, it wouldn't be like Animal Crossing, where it's just like...
You just hammer
the animation. One at a time, and that was the worst part of that game, honestly. But it would be great if you could go like to a bench and just like, I want to make 10 of these.
Yeah, because they show that like in the game you can do it like in the moment, and it's this big ass like wide variety of stuff. Like every material comes up and you gotta slide through them all, and it's just like in the moment this might be a bit much. Can I just have my eyeball arrows made before combat? Like that would be very cool.
Yeah, I would assume you can have them ready to go, but if it's one at a time, that would suck too.
Yeah, and even if it is that, like, out of combat, like, making one at a time that is a time-consuming task.
I hope it's not one at a time. It looks like they made arrows.
And it looks like they made it a pretty quick thing to do, at least, where you just, like, press up or whatever and done, but I hope you can stockpile, because I like to stockpile.
Workshop would be fantastic.
I love to stockpile, and I'm going to go out of my way for keys, which is something I avoided in Breath of the Wild because they were just annoying.
Yeah.
All they did was piss me off. But
I liked going into the swarms of them and shooting a bomb arrow, but then only like 4 would die, and it felt like that should have been more deaths.
Yeah.
I mean, can I fuse a bomb arrow with a ruby and get a nuke?
I mean, you might be able to. I don't know. That's going to bring us to the next portion, which is fusing monster parts to weapons. Like, can you put like ice chew jelly on a sword and get a frost sword? Like,
that'd be so cool. Or if you could if you can do more than 2 things and like mix 2 things together, like
ice electric.
What if I want
great Lionel sword?
Ice electric like gel bomb, and you just like put them together and throw it, and it does both.
Yeah. Ooh,
man, elemental bombs.
Yeah.
If bombs are even back.
Bomb arrows are probably.
Sheikah Slate's
probably,
dead.
but we don't know.
He's got a fancy hand now.
Like you infuse ice to a bomb arrow and you get a massive ice explosion.
That would be insanely awesome, actually.
That would be really cool.
But yeah, God, we could talk all day about the fuse speculations we have going on.
Yeah.
But we gotta rein it in a little bit.
I want to put a sword onto a spear.
Maybe not.
I want to fuse an axe with a f***ing fairy.
Ooh, it just heals the bokoblins.
Yeah. There's so many things that I want to try, and I want to fuse rocks to my hands and just punch. But I don't think you can do that.
I
but
highly
it'd be
doubt
hilarious.
you can.
I want to
fuse hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Put a bunch of the fuse on your clothes and just roll around in the dirt, and you got rock armor. There you go.
One of the biggest things that we haven't talked about yet is recall. That looks like it's going to be a really interesting power. I'm wondering what kind of limitations there are on that. Like, is it just inanimate objects? Is it just things that are, like, moving? Or can you, like, rewind something and make, like, a waterfall go backwards or something like that?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm assuming you can upgrade it, like you upgraded the stasis and everything.
Yeah.
Originally it was just
that'd be a really
non-living
cool
things, but then you could
for, like waterfall caves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
You're just like, I have to reverse this. And there it is. Or, like, if you drop something, can you reverse it? Like, oh no, I dropped my thing, and then, no, I didn't.
Oh, man. That would be awesome. I didn't even think about that. Just, I don't feel like bending over. Just, it's back in my hand now.
And one example Daniel had about that earlier was, can you, like, Thanos to vision people? Like, if you watch them die, can you be like, oh no, hold on, come back?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you again.
Yeah, it's like Prince of Persia when you fall down. Prince of Persia Sands of Time, when you fall down, you rewind, and he's like, oh, no, that didn't happen. It's just like, oh, you're defending this carriage of people that we've seen done in the trailer. But if the carriage gets broke, you're just like, no, it didn't. I'll go left this time.
If, like, the bokoblins can kill people, like, if they kill a random villager, can you be like, oh, you're alive again, yay!
Yeah, or can you just revive the bokoblin you just murdered to murder again? Like, you're just like, I'm not done with you yet, bitch. Death can't save you from me.
Oh, I did that a lot on Infamous. Like, if I killed a guy, and I was mad at him, I'd just, like, shock him back to life and kill him again. So, I mean,
there you go.
I don't remember if you could do that to enemies, but I did it to NPCs a lot. But, one random thought, where's the Yiga? What are they up to?
Yeah.
Like, are they still involved? Or are they going to be like, yeah, why do we do this? Why do we serve this guy? Because he's very mad now. He's like, kill everyone. Look at my muscles, and that's Ganon's personality.
Yep, he's hot now. He's a jerk, but he might be nice. You don't know.
Yeah, could be both.
We were also wondering about Ascend.
Yeah, this one is
swimming through a mountain being the least cool ability in your game that you've shown so far is kind of weird. But is it late game, or do we get them all at once like Breath of the Wild? Because Ascend seems kind of like...
It seems kind of overpowered.
Yeah, it's like, exploration-wise overpowered as hell. Yeah. But that might be because it's the same map, and they're like, you've already climbed that mountain. Yeah. Like, we don't want you to have to climb that mountain again.
But it does seem like a late game get. Like, in Horizon Forbidden West, you're on foot until, like, the very end of the game, and then you can fly through the skies on a pterodactyl. And that is late game, and you earned it. Yeah. And you feel like you've earned it, but can you just always swim through mountains, or maybe you have to like earn it in like a dungeon or something?
Maybe you have Ascend, but there's a limit on how high you can go.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't think about height
or something, but
height limit. That's cool.
Maybe that's
that is going to be so cool though. Like for times that you like fall down a hill and you're just like, God, I was almost to the top of the mountain. I don't want to get back up there.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, whoa, there's a cave.
You still gotta find a cave. Maybe not every mountain has a cave.
Yeah.
Because you have to be under like the roof.
Or maybe you can rewind yourself. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, and
it's like, oh, I didn't want to fall, like Prince of Persia.
Yeah, that never happened.
Is there a limit on like the thickness of the mountaintop to like that you can swim through too?
Or if you can point, you just get stuck in the mountain.
Yeah. Maybe you can only ascend through No, that's already in a trailer that you can fuse. Never mind. I was gonna say maybe you can only fuse through natural structures, not man-made, but they fuse through like an archway.
Ascend.
So not fuse, ascend, but
like. What if you ascend in the middle of a volcano? Do you just like ascend through the lava, or do you get hurt and then you die in between the rock in void of nothingness?
Interesting.
Like there's a lot of questions.
I don't know how that would work.
And I'm glad we don't know anything about how these work really.
Yeah.
Like, we know how they kind of work, but like the leading theory I've seen is that the little vials on Link's hip power these abilities.
That'd be cool if it's limited.
It might be limited, and the theory is you get more of those as you go, more power sources. So maybe that's how it's balanced. Is like you can only do two at first.
Well, that would make Ascend a lot more balanced if you're like, well, I only have 2 left, and I want to fuse something, but I gotta swim through this mountain.
So maybe you can't make like complex things at first either.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like, well, you can fuse 3 things. So it's like I got a fan, a log, and a sail. so I'm surfing, and that's all you can do.
That's a very interesting point.
I don't know.
Thought about that.
And how would you recover? And would it be enemy drops? Who knows?
Yeah. God, so many questions. But we're going to move on to the final bit of it. And it's going to be very interesting because, like Scotty just said, we don't know shit, really. We know Ganondorf is back and he's mad, and possibly Ganondorf / Demise and Gleeok's there, and like there's a bunch of shit going on. You're in the sky. But really, we don't know anything about the game. We know a few of the abilities, but in the lead up to Breath of the Wild, they like walked us through the entire Great Plateau during E3 in a treehouse. Like, we got to see a good bit of it.
Yeah, we knew exactly how Magnesis was going to work, exactly how Cryonis, all that. We knew exactly how it would work. Now, they had creative stuff that you had to do with them, of course, but we knew exactly how they worked. We don't really know how these 100% are going to work.
Yeah, and we don't really know where we're going to start in the game. They haven't said just like, this is the Great Plateau of this game. Like, it's just kind of...
I really hope
in the sky. I don't know what
I really hope you start in that cave underground from the first trailer, because Zelda is like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah,
because something's going on, and then you find Ganon, Dorf, and then you just have to fight Mummy Ganon and get your shit rocked.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm hoping for.
We're gonna try to see how well we can do this, but we're gonna ask ourselves, what are you most excited to do first in Tears of the Kingdom? At first, I really didn't know what I was going to say, but after we have been talking this short amount of time, I think what I'm most excited to do is beeline it to get the fuse ability, and then kind of like get out my notebook and start charting what shit does what to see how different the effects are. Like, I am a huge pen and paper person. You probably can't see that because it's green actually, but I'm a huge pen and paper person. I bought a Zelda notebook for Breath of the Wild, and I wrote down every goddamn recipe in the game.
Oh, small hype train thing. If we got special recipes, like you can make the apple pie and stuff, I wanted to do more special stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool, the more complex recipes, because they weren't really worth a shit.
Yeah, that's the biggest disappointment, actually, because once I got that, I figured out if you just cook one hearty durian, or a hearty anything, you're just like, well, that does whatever I need it to do. I'm fully healed and extra, so I'm done. But yeah, I want better things, because the pepper potion to stay warm worked until I had the outfit, and then it was worthless.
Yeah.
But back to my point, the most excited thing I am to do is fuse and see what all the different effects do, and I'm just really excited to make a chart, honestly. As lame as that sounds, that's very exciting to me.
Yeah, probably the most exciting thing to me is just try, I'm going to do the same thing, just try to figure out how to get fused as early as possible, but for a different reason.
Yeah, might start with it, who knows?
Yeah,
but
I want to play around with making vehicles, because we've seen a few examples in the trailers.
Can we make the Master Cycle? Can you fuse some wheels to a living horse?
Because the big, a fan boat, or that weird tank thing they made with the
weird
arm,
dumb tank is just a square piece of rock.
Kaiju fight.
That's gonna be so fun to just. Okay, well, I need to get over here.
That's
Let me make a weird vehicle so they are surprised when I get there.
And that's another thing we don't know is how is this stuff powered? Because it shows power sources presumably on this stuff. Yeah. Where do you get those?
Yeah.
What is it? We don't know. But the first thing I want to do, kind of like Aaron's, way more exciting than Daniel's, I want to make a robot with some of those cannons that Link jumped with the thing and shot out of the cup.
Oh, yeah.
I want to put cannons on this robot and just kill everything. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ride a robot to Ganon's tower, and he's going to just be drinking orange juice and waiting. And then he's like, what the fuck, and get hit with a cannonball. That's what I want to do.
Oh, man. So I was going to say Scotty's going to make a scorpion tank off Halo and just storm the gates. But that got me thinking, whenever a character creator comes out on any game, the internet's just this is how you make Waluigi in it and shit like that. So are they going to do the
Mecha
same
Waluigi
with the vehicles and stuff like that? Like, are they just going to be like, this is the closest I could get to the Scorpion tank from Halo? Or this works just like a Wraith from Halo. Like, there's ones outside of Halo, but that's all that's coming to mind.
Yeah, now, or like Mii's were like that.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, here's how to make the rock.
Now, I came up with another one because of a caveat, because we don't know how much you can fuse at first, so you might not be able to make a robot.
Yeah.
Or not fuse, Ultra Hand, I don't know. They seem like they're the same.
Ultra Hand is basically magnesis, but it doesn't have to be metal.
Oh, the fuse is still fused with all the little parts.
Yeah.
Okay. But, so what I want to know is, we don't know how this works. I'm assuming you can't make a mech at first. So my ore, just in case I can't go ahead and make a robot, I'm going to find all those weird cave roof polyps and kill all of them because I hate them.
Yeah, we don't know what they are.
You know, that might be a waste of time because the blood moon might still be a thing, but I want them all dead.
Yeah,
I hate the cave polyps. I already hate them.
Yeah, then we don't know what they are. We think they're like.
They might be this
they look like a like-likes.
Yeah, but let's make a like into a nightmare.
Dude, that's the real question is, can Ganondorf fuse his minions together?
Let me look up a like-like.
Making a like Lionel. Just a big old
god
bull with pancake legs.
Yeah, because see, the like-likes used to look like a stack of pancakes, and now if that is a like-like, it's something bullshit that looks like it came from the bottom of the sea. I don't want to deal with that.
What if a Lionel had a like on their sword, and whenever they hit you, you lose an item?
It just envelops you into the sword. Oh, God. Oh, man. So, fuse is endless possibilities.
Yeah.
We're going to be here all day talking about this, but that is just a few of the things we want to get said last minute before Tears of the Kingdom comes out. We have our trajectories set for what we're most excited to do at fucking midnight when this game comes out. I'm gonna be there with my pen and paper, just be like, oh, well, Paul does this, and Scotty's gonna be making robots with Aaron. But that's what we're most excited to do. Please let us know in the comments what you're most excited to do first. Do you want to swim through a mountain, or do you just want to make a robot like everybody else?
Can I fuse things to living things? Because I want to fuse a bomb arrow to a person and shoot him with fire like a bokoblin. Just fuse it to him and shoot a fire arrow and then he blows up.
If you want to be a serial killer like Scotty, let us know in the comments.
Oh no, you can fuse two bokoblins together and then they just can't move, and then you throw them in the water.
Oh god.
There we go. I mean, they die in the water anyway.
Scotty's just making...
Look, man, Red Dead Redemption 2 made me into kind of a serial killer.
Scotty's over there making Silent Hill creatures in his mind.
Well, that's our thoughts on it. We'll catch y'all next time. Stay tuned to Bro Trio for more Zelda topics in the future. Like, this is going to come out. We're going to do a powwow about it. And you know what a new Zelda means? New rankings coming up. We got re-rank in the works once we play Tears of the Kingdom and re-rank all the other Zeldas with it.
Tears of the Kingdom, top 3. That's my prediction.
Stay tuned for that at some point. Hopefully this year or next. I don't know yet.